Hello and welcome to the Cranky Old Gamer. Today we're going to take a look at a Kickstarter game. This is a completed Kickstarter game. It's not something that's coming out soon. It is something I pledged purely based on the artwork and the theme alone. This game is called Triplock. Triplock is a steampunk themed game about picking locks. I think that sounds really, really cool. The moment I saw it, I looked at the art, I looked at the components, and I really like the idea. In any kind of video game like RPG, I'm always a thief. I always play a sneaky thief. Lockpicking is... I've never actually tried it in real life, but in video games, I am an expert lockpicker. In games like, say, Skyrim or Fallout, I'm that guy that can use a single lockpick on a master lock at level 1, as long as it's not one of the games that limits me, you know? Like, you can't pick this lock until you're this level. Watch me. So, okay. I really liked the theme of this game. I was really excited to get my hands on it, and I lucked out. They just started finishing fulfillment recently. I actually got this game at the end of summer. It's taken me a while to do a review on it. I got a few plays in here and there. Before I talk about this game, you have to see the components. The components of this game are quite possibly the most beautiful components I've ever seen in a board game. Especially for a small game. I mean, this game, you can see it's very tiny. It's like, I think 6 inches by 6 inches, something like that. But yeah, oh, wow. I want to say the game cost $20. I don't remember. Yeah, wow. Spared no expense. This game is gorgeous and such high quality. It just... Let me show you. And here we have the components for Triplock. Again, this is some of the most beautiful game components I have ever seen in my life. The first thing I want to show you, you got some cards here. First thing I want to show you is this beautiful little thing right here. This is your neoprene playmat. Check that out. That is the tumblers of your lock. You're going to lay that out, and that is how your game is going to start. I'm going to move that up a little so y'all can see it. It is reversible. There you can see on either side, so one player can sit on either side. Next thing I'm going to show you are the chips. I don't know if you can hear. I'm going to hold these close to my mic. Wow, those are some heavy chips. These things make the chips in Splendor look like cheap plastic. These are gorgeous. On the inside, you have the different mechanisms of the different locks. And then here, you have different gears on the outside. And on the inside, they could be traps, they could be gears, you never know. The game is played by sandwiching them with the gears on the outside and placing them like so. Kind of looks like an Oreo, doesn't it? Yep. Well, take a look at these dice. There you go. There's the imagery on the dice. I think these dice are cool. I love the pictures on them. I'll talk about later, but there is something I don't like about them. The game comes with 2 of the dice that have the symbols on them, and it comes with one very, very pretty kind of gold swirl die. That's a regular 6-sider. What else do we have? Oh, your cards. These are your countermeasure cards. They are different goals that you want to accomplish. They are worth different amounts of points. There are trap cards, countermeasures, and goals. They're like this one here is worth 5 points, 1 point, 1 point, 4 points. I'm not going to explain what they all mean because that would take too long. Up here, you have all of your characters. The game comes with a total of 6 plus the station. The station is your solo character, and it is, what is that character's name? The Stranger. Someone in a mask approaches you, and as a solo player, you take all of the characters and you cycle through them one by one. The character art is awesome. I'm particularly fond of this one because he kind of looks like me. It is photograph art, and look at this. Look at this. Look at all that story. Each character sheet, this is plastic, by the way. This is not paper. This is waterproof plastic with a full character bio printed on each one. Awesome steampunk art. Trying to get the reflection to not cover everything. And lastly, you have a couple of beads. These are your round trackers. I'm sorry, not your round tracker, your action trackers. There are a couple other cards. These are your solo station story cards. You have your guides. Every player gets one. Well, it only plays 2. This shows what the different gears mean, and this shows what the dice mean. Everybody gets a round tracker and your individual character cards. So, there you have the components of Triplock. Everything here is absolutely amazing quality. Like, I cannot stress that enough. Like, all of these plastic, these heavy and durable. These are amazing chips. Absolutely beautiful game. Oh, the last thing I want to show you. Normally I don't show this off. The vacuum seal insert is perfect. Perfectly holds the game. Just wanted to show that off. And now we'll talk about the game itself. Is that not one of the prettiest games you've ever seen? I mean, the mat, the chips, the dice, it's so pretty. It's such high quality. The game is made by Adam Carlson and Josh Carlson, publishers Chip Theory Games. With their other game, Too Many Bones, I have a theory. I don't know if this is true. This is just, maybe it's just my headcanon. I actually kind of want to ask the makers of the games. It feels like somebody had a poker chip making company and they weren't selling well. And a couple of game designers went, I want to work with you. For some reason, Chip Theory, and it's right there in the name, Chip Theory, all of their games are poker chip heavy. This game, you saw the chips that you use for the lock tumblers. Their game, Too Many Bones, it's all chips. And then they have I want to say it's a Roman-themed game, Hoplomachus. Again, all chips. I'm noticing a theme. A theme, yeah. So, you've seen the components of the game. You probably already want this game. You're probably thinking, Cranky, how do I get my hands on this game? Stop. It's not a good game. I'm sorry. It's not a bad game. I have played worse. I have played much worse games, but the solo on this game is garbage. Which the worst part is the writer Josh Wilgus has created this entire world. This game just oozes story. Like every one of the characters, like I showed you, every character has like an entire page of backstory. Every one of them has, character stuff just out the wazoo, and there's so much story, and the gameplay is bad. So, okay. Part of it's not just that it's bad, it's that it's a terribly written rulebook. The solo mode is What? It's very poorly written. I will say I absolutely feel the dual mode, the 2-player mode, is a far better experience. But even then, it's pretty simplistic. As I showed you with the components, you're just kind of flipping tumblers and like exposing tumblers, and oh, I see what's under there. Oh, well, you can't see that, and then flipping and rotating. So it's kind of a mix of like the child's game memory. What's under this card? What's under this card? Okay, they match. Mixed with the shell game, like you'd see on a street corner, like, all right, follow the red ball. Where's the red ball? Where's the red ball? Follow the red ball. That's it. I mean, there's more. There is more. I'm sorry. I'm being a little unfair. There is more to it. That just doesn't make it better. If I can dig through the giant pile of so gorgeous components. I wish that you could feel these cards. They're not paper. They are like linen textured plastic. I could take this game in the bath. Okay, I probably wouldn't do that. But like, you've got your character cards, you've got your story cards, but you also have like your goal cards, and you know, as I pointed out, like your trap cards. No, this is not Yu-Gi-Oh. Where you can pick a card with 4 different goals and pick a goal on it, and that's kind of how you want to play the game. But it still just boils down to, I know what's under this mechanism. I'm going to flip it and move it to the end, and you don't know what's under there, but I'll remember. Will you? That's it. That's the whole game. It's hard not to be disappointed. Like, and it's such a cool theme. Lockpick. Has there ever been a board game with a lockpicking theme? I don't think so. If there has, please correct me, because I want to play this. It's just, and there's a 3-player setup that's garbage. That's absolute garbage. Yeah, no. I'm looking like the solo mode, it's so poorly written. The other complaint that I have, if you look at these dice, they're beautiful. They're beautiful, but the symbolism, I mean, there's some symbology. The symbols on them don't make a lot of sense. Some do. Like, okay, I'm gonna hold this one up to the camera. That one. Okay, that makes sense to me. You're gonna, cool. This one, I don't know if it's gonna focus. There we go. Okay, so you're gonna take 2 chips. Sure, that's great. Good luck figuring that one out. There it goes. It does come with a chart. Every player gets a chart. I don't want to have to check a chart. I should just be able to roll a die and go, I know what that means. That's a simple symbol. It's so pretty. Oh my God, it's this player mat. Oh, it comes rolled in a tube. The cards, even the vacuum packed insert, gorgeous. The art on the box, like this is the inside of the box. You've got the stranger. Oh, that's so cool. Why did the game have to suck? Why did it have to be a mediocre game? Why can't this be the greatest game ever made? I'm so disappointed. Part of why I haven't done a review for this yet is because I'm like, I have such a love-hate with this game. I love the components, and I want to show it off to the world and be like, oh, look at how pretty it is. It's so beautiful. No, don't play it. Don't play it. Just look. Just look. I'm so disappointed. I really am. And it's not just me. I've looked on a couple different board game groups, and it seems pretty universal. Everyone's just like, oh no, it looks great, but it's not very fun. Is it worth it for the 2-player? Well, right now the game's not really available. The cheapest I've seen copies is $35. No. How much it's going to retail for has not been announced. If this is any more than $20, it's not. The gameplay is just too simplistic. There's minimal strategy. It's all just memory. You're just playing the shell game and you're playing memory. Remembering where the red ball is, remembering where the traps are, where the tumblers are, as you and your opponent flip them upside down and rotate them and change them. Sorry, guys. I wanted to love this game. I really did. I backed it. I was really excited to receive it. I can't recommend it. It's not awful. It's not the worst game I've ever played, but it's not good. All right, guys. So once again, this has been Triplock by Chip Theory Games. Guys, if you like what you've seen and you want to see more of my videos, please do check out my website at thecrankyoldgamer.com. On there, I put all of my videos, any kind of news or updates on the channel, stuff like that. And if you like to see board game pictures, please follow me on Instagram. It is thecrankyoldgamer. Surprise, surprise. And lastly, if you like what you see and you want to help out my channel, you want to help out me, get more games, get better equipment, stuff like that, I do have a Patreon. The link is at the end of the credits. And if you donate, you get your name in the credits. All right, thank you all for watching once again. This has been Triplock. We'll see you later.